What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Monday, September 6th, 2021. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, fixed air moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Thank you so much for being here. I know it's intense times, and I just want you to know, each and every one of you, I appreciate you watching so much. I know the last few days, they've been some intense horoscopes, and, we'll see what happens, but I want to put that stuff out there. Very, I feel heavily that we're on this precipice, and the astrology really backs it up. So, gotta share it with you all. Well, today, Monday, new moon in Virgo. Yeah, closing out the Leo lunation, the portal of Lion's Gate on 8/8. All of that is to a close now, and we are starting a new cycle here in Virgo, and it's reality. It's a reality check big time. It is hypercritical. We're going to want to be focused and to the point and smart. And that's one thing that Virgo is very smart. And we're going to want to pick things apart and pay attention. It's definitely a time to pay attention. Um, you know, Mercury coming into shadow right as this new moon exacts, and the exact trine over to Uranus is very interesting stuff. Uranus is trying to take us higher. It's through, really knowing our value and our worth, and, making radical changes to our physical world, like I've been saying, that are going to accelerate us into the transformation. We're seeing Venus still in that very, very tight square over to Pluto. So it's been intense dealing with relationships and money and the physical world, and what the aesthetic of life is that we want to see. And we're in full on Virgo now, so all of that reality based stuff and what order it needs to be in to fit into where we're growing, where we're evolving. Those are all very important as we go into this lunation cycle. And I talked a lot about I'm sorry, that's Venus, but I talked a lot about Mercury and what it's done here in Libra with its full stay, retrogrades and shadows. And 2001, 9/11, this transit happened. 2008, financial crisis, this transit happened. And 2015, this transit happened, and there was terrorist attacks, Paris bombings. So, mixed with Saturn-Uranus squares, Pluto-Jupiter cycle, Pluto-Saturn cycle, a lot of Pluto squares in general, the Pluto getting ready to station and be, it's like this wrecking ball that's about to hit the apex and just come swooping down towards America's Pluto. We are in it's wide open. And I wish I could give like a really specific, like what's going to happen. But I think, it's a mix of a lot of things that we've seen in the past. So it could be financial stuff, housing stuff, terror, attacks. We're in a lot of Aquarius energy. It's hard to say, but until November 5th, when Mercury comes out, and even then, we're going through so many transits. Like this September and October are going to be some of the most transformative times we've ever seen. And I don't want to scare people. I want people to be aware and empower themselves. And that's what that Leo lunation was to really empower yourself from your heart right now and have the courage. So, we have the courage. We completed that cycle. We've leveled up there. And now we need to, really know our identification and make the changes necessary to set ourselves up and be critical of reality. And the one that we want to have for ourselves, and the relationships are so, they're crucial in the tribe aspects. So this is a big lunation here, and it's a powerful day. And I would say set the intent for how you can best go with the changes that are looming. We'll circle back around in the next couple months, but maybe nothing will happen. That's definitely a possibility. But there's so much on the table and so many things happening. It would be hard for me to think, and with the landscape of reality right now, that something isn't coming. So I'm just trying to prepare and warn. That's what astrologers have done since the beginning. They used to prepare and warn kings, generals, presidents. It's nothing new. And I'm just trying to, give you my interpretation of some heavy things that I haven't seen that many astrologers talk about. And I'm just trying to be real with you guys. That's all. Of course, we have the trine exact between Mars and Pluto, we can move in a direction right now to transform our future and to step into our legacy of why we came here and these big desires. We're off the opposition with Mars and Neptune. The sun's not really there yet. It is kind of at this midpoint, working there between the sun and Mars. So we are in there's deceiving times out there. But I think at the same time, you can look at Neptune in a very spiritual aspect with God coming through and Uranus being the god of the heavens. And a lot of these aspects to Virgo are trying to really take us into something beautiful, which Virgo is, in a very pure essence, beauty and order. So we have to figure out ways to bring that beauty and order into our lives right now and shift things around. And I think that, health and taking care of your body, we're full in Virgo now that this new moon's here. So, yes, maybe, if you're feeling called to change up a diet, if you're feeling called to do something healthier to keep your body in shape, very important times. I would say that, our bodies are everything right now. So we want to keep them strong as we're going through these transformative times and really identify with how we can make things better and purify. I will say Jupiter's having some nice backup here with the trine over to Venus, but it is in quincunx to Mars. So there's, we just can't believe that everything's going to be okay. I think we have to, look into the future and really think about where we want to be and who we want to be there with. And that's going to be a lot of the deciding factor through the changes in our life that we're stepping into. So, just being we'll see how it goes. I think this is a time to take precaution. Like Virgo is particular. It's not, Virgo energy is not just going to sit back and, I'll deal with that later. You know what I'm saying? It is get into life and order, get things under control in some way. And, don't want to be caught sleeping. So we have a powerful, intellect right now with Virgo and even Mercury here. And, Mercury, of course, the dispositor of the North Node, and it's still at 5 degrees for this energy. Your environment, keeping twin-like energy, it's crucial. And we don't want to, have to ask so much. What do you what to do right now, and you can feel these things, and you have to trust yourself, and you have to move in to what you already know is important, and not put those things off and be like, well, I want to do this and I feel like I need to, but I need to make sure that they're doing it too. Make sure ask around, talk with people, but we're going to come back to these times, and you're going to, when this Mercury comes back to 10 degrees, and we're going to have to be like, wow, did we make big decisions for the beauty in life and the relationships, or did we sit back and relax during, this empowering time of taking the stairway to heaven? So we do have Mercury in opposition to Chiron too. Really not thinking we can do these things, not feeling like we have any power. The tarot reading had the Emperor as the overall card reversed. We do not want to feel like we don't have power over our life. This is taking power back and making any little tweaks necessary with the right people. Being able to let go of an old reality with Pluto and Venus in square. And yes, that comes down to relationships, but it comes down to physical items. I did mention, considering putting some money, diversify into just something. I know some people don't believe in crypto. That's fine. Try and get some silver. Just something, a little bit. It doesn't have to be anything that you would miss. It's just a little precaution that could go a long way. It'd be better than just being caught in another 2008. And some people were warning back then, and people didn't want to hear it. And we got these Neptune oppositions. People cannot want to hear it or have these, this vision of what reality is going to look like, and not be particular about what's really going on. So there's big time. It's big times. And I love you guys, and that's why I'm saying this stuff, is because I just want you to do a little bit of something. I don't want people to go, I definitely don't want anybody to go crazy here and like every penny they have put it into crypto and like, whatever. Anything could happen. Just something. Look into things. Do some research on your own. You don't have to listen to me, but look into some things. Look into some financial markets. Look at what they're saying about financial markets, even in financial news. I mean, it doesn't. And Venus is coming into Scorpio this week, and that is definitely financial implications and institutions and dealing with investment firms and other people's money and banks. And Pluto's about to station here soon. Pluto is the dispositor of that Venus now, and it's in Capricorn. Like I said, it is at the apex of this wrecking ball that is about to get dropped. I love you all very much. It's a powerful energy. I say that all the time. I mean it. There's powerful intent out there for the changes and being mutable and being picky and doing the things that you feel called to that are going to make your world more pure and better, and your environment and the relationships. And that could involve letting go and, really letting your soul guide you to the changes. King of Wands in reverse. We do not want to be stuck in King of Wands reverse energy for this whole lunation. We do not want to feel like we don't have the throne of our heart and our empowerment and our identification, and to move in a direction and rule your own sense of reality from a place of your heart space, love, creativity. Why did we get the King of Wands in reverse? The Hierophant reverse. Wow, because what, are we believing in the wrong traditions and believing in the wrong system still, and we're like, I'll just wait and see, and I'm not going to follow where God's trying to purify my reality right now. We don't want to be in those positions, guys. This one's upright, I can tell, because it's got the double A this way, so I'm going to pull it and see what it says. 9 of Cups. There's ultimate happiness out there because you fulfilled yourself and did everything in your power to find your own sense of love and beauty and fulfillment within yourself and the people around you. And that's going to save the day, is that strong emotional connection with a lot of people in your life, but also trusting your intuition to help you build this reality right now. And you do not want to stay in some false beliefs and feel empowered. Not empowered. You want to feel empowered. Sending you all my love and best. Happy new moon. And I will see you tomorrow. Peace.